Good evening and welcome to the Tel'Vania News Network. I'm your host, Dana Geflex, and here are our top stories. Tonight we'll talk to correspondent Kemek Dran on the Plateau of Crowns about a dramatic turn of events surrounding the blockade. Professor Derlan Ularan will talk about the strengthening of the blight in the Ilarian forest. And finally we'll talk to Farmer Dan in a River's End about the Autumn Mead Festival. Let's get started. Kemek, what can you tell us about Salty Pete's blockade?
That's right, Danar. The story we've been following revolves around the expansion of Salty Pete's crime syndicate from the Port Authority area through the farmland country toward the mainland docks. With control of the Port Authority, which is the main port of trade with other Mishards, and control of the mainland docks, which handles trade with other areas of Tel'Vania, Salty Pete would have a stranglehold on the entire plateau. Salty Pete's expansion was only stopped by the Carpinelli crime family, which controls the mainland docks.
Kemek, what is the Plateau Governing Council doing to stop these crime families?
Danar, the council is in disarray after the capture of Alela Talos by the Fire Lord. A group of adventurers from River's End were able to negotiate her return, but she remains trapped in a necklace. One moment, Danar. I'm getting information now that a fleet of ships with black sails surrounded by purple mist have just broken Salty Pete's blockade. It appears to be another Ortesh raid. The orcish vampirates made landfall and are rampaging through the city.
Thank you, Kemek. Keep us up to date and stay safe. And now we join Professor Derlan Ularan in the Ilarian forest for an update on the blight. Professor.
Thank you, Danar. I'm coming to you from Meret Tower, which was destroyed during the expansion of the crack 1 year ago. This time of year, the blight is at its strongest, and we're seeing those effects with increased undead and blighted creature activity. Duke Treetop of the Ilarian Council has said the Elendil are doing all they can to contain the spread of the blight, but something must be done to seal the crack, which extends through Silvervale to Meret Tower. Duke Treetop declined to say what steps the council were taking to seal the crack. I can tell you that the situation here is getting desperate. Back to you, Danar.
Thank you, Professor. And now a word from our sponsors.
Oh man, I need to get to the Cinder Spire and fast. What am I gonna do?
When connection is survival, let your words find their way. Use Valentine Couriers Express. Our secured post, First Class or Royal Roses Express, will get your correspondence to the recipient fast. Valentine Couriers Express, now serving River's End. Welcome back, and now we have breaking news from the plateau. Kemek, what can you tell us?
Danar, I'm here with One-Eye Jack and Docton. Can you tell us what you're hearing?
It's the Ortesh, all right, but it's not one of their normal raids. This looks more like an invasion. The Carpinelli, along with the Plateau Militia, have formed a front, slowing the Ortesh advancement for now, but the mainland docks have fallen, as well as much of the Plateau farmland to the north. Northeastern Docton is a war zone. With most of the food from the Plateau coming from this area, it won't take long for supplies to run out.
Danar, I've personally seen the swarm of Ortesh orcs in their brutal campaign to take ground on the plateau. They've smashed their way from the mainland docks, crushing all in their path.
Thank you, Kemek. Be careful out there. And now we join Farmer Dan in River's End. Good evening, Dan. What news from the coast?
Hey, y'all. Farmer Dan here in River's End. Folks here are gearing up for the Autumn Mead Festival. It's a time for friends and festivities, but also marks a time of year where the blight is the strongest. It's tradition here to carve up pumpkins, hang lights, decorate, and rejoice with friends. Some believe these pumpkin totems protect folks from the miasma and the craziness that arises this time of year. Despite the chaos, though, life here in River's End continues. Shops are open, there's a ship under construction in the harbor, and folks are coming into town for the gather this weekend. I hope to see y'all there.
Thank you, Dan, and thank you all for joining us on the Tel'Vania News Network. We look forward to seeing all of you at the next gather in River's End on October 24th.